I think that Tiger King was the Risey of the situation. Like, imagine Risey if he got any sort of money. But she's the Vicky. She's Vicky, and I don't trust it. Like, I could totally see her. Like, I could totally see her axing someone and then pretending that she's all innocent. I fucking 100% believe it. Ruthless, just ruthless and cruel and mean-hearted and wicked. Like, no sense of compassion or mercy or reason. Just vindictive spite driving every waking moment of her life. Like, I knew that something was wrong when she said, "Growing up, I had no friends, just two imaginary white cats." I went, "Oh yeah, there's something broken." Like, there's something deeply wrong here. She's like, "Oh, I had to throw a potato at my ex-husband and storm out." And
is that potato story true?
That's from that documentary, the Tiger King documentary. He was talking about that today, and someone sent me the clip, and I just had to put some music to it.
Nice.
Yeah. Little does Liam know I wouldn't act all innocent after. I'd be fucking bragging.
Yeah. I get you. Oh, so sorry for being late, guys. We've had it's been a day.
It's been a day. Yeah. Which always seems to happen on the day we're supposed to stream. So.
Yeah, drop the potato, Vicky. I think we'd all appreciate it.
I'd rather throw it. Today I feel like throwing potatoes.
Weird 80s Coke dealer equals Dean's avatar. I'm actually hiding in exile, guys. But I'm being targeted by an audience. Oh, my mic's low? Is it really?
It is a little low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was sarcasm, because usually people complain that it's high.
Yeah.
Is that better?
I think so. It is for me. But.
Well, chat, I need your opinion, because we can't trust the opinions of a woman. Hey.
Hey, thank you, Dean. I appreciate the support. It means so much.
I don't support women.
No, you don't.
So we have one singular topic, really. Well, actually, there's a couple things. One thing is there's more of this trademark gay ops from Preston Poulter. More to it. It seems he's been bragging about it in a Discord server.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be hype, Biggie.
No, you're not. You gotta be hype, more hype.
Yo, but you're not hype. I'm like, it's Preston Poulter, gay ops trademark, and you're just like, yeah.
More. It's like, well, it just feels like, it's like on repeat, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, how many more times we can. Well, it's not really pointing out something old. It is pointing out something new that we found. In case anybody doesn't know, and most of you do, but we're going to do a short little primer on the CG trademark real quick. So,
because all the gay ops.
So, as most all of you know, Antonio Malpica filed for the ComicsGate trademark. When it looked like he was about to lose the trademark, Preston Poulter decided to file for it in case Malpica lost it, in the hopes that he would get it. Now, he actually filed 2 different trademark requests. One was denied, because it was for a certification mark. One was suspended when Malpica was awarded the ComicsGate trademark. So then in October of last year, Preston decided to file with the USPTO to dispute Malpica's trademark. Ever since then, he's been claiming that he actually owns the trademark because he's sure Malpica was going to lose it once Preston decided to fight him in trademark court. I mean, it has a lot of the same rules as court, but it's a panel that decides. Okay, so in April, I believe, of this year, Malpica went ahead and added, or basically gave, the ComicsGate trademark to Ethan.
I think for the most part, we know
this. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm trying to be hype. A lot of
that is the worst.
I know. Do not expect hype from me. A lot of the work of Ethan getting to the point where Malpica where Malpica gave him the trademark was due to the hard work of Robert Romano, who is in the chat. Hey, Robert, who had handed it all off to a high-powered trademark attorney located on the East Coast here.
The point, it's in dispute.
It's
it looks
not
like Ethan's gonna win. He's won.
No, damn
looks like he's committed fraud.
Yeah,
fraud.
It's
Oh, what was Preston gonna do?
It's pretty bad. If I'll drop a link to the USPTO website with all of the case filings, and I suggest everybody read Ethan's lawyer's motion to dismiss any claim that Preston has on the trademark. It is vicious. Like, oh my God. He points out that in order to file for a trademark, you have to make sure that nobody else is using it. And Ethan has been using ComicsGate as a service mark since 2018.
2018. All right, let's watch this video.
Wait, we're almost there. It is, he also points out that through tweets of Preston's and videos of Preston's, that Preston knew that Ethan was using ComicsGate as a service mark. Things like, well, ComicsGate is EVS. EVS decides what ComicsGate is. I'm out to destroy ComicsGate. So, yeah. So that leads us into what was found over the last few days.
Well, let's watch this video first. It's like a halfway done video, and then we'll go into the. All right.
Like I said, it's been a day. Damn it.
And why do you have the CG license? What was the point of that if you think CG is such a tainted brand?
Well, I think it's worth money, so that's why I got it.
So you think it's a shit brand? You burn it down on your show, but you hold the license.
Well, and by burning it down, we mean I do factual reporting about what happens.
You do MSNBC level reporting. I don't understand why you want to hold the license for something that you're trying to diminish.
Well, Red, I'm perfectly fine with you not understanding that.
So you can explain it if you want.
I could explain it, but what I came here for was to receive your criticism. And I don't understand why you did this business move is not criticism. It's not your job to understand my business moves, well, Red.
It's not my job.
Right. It's my job.
I don't think I was applying for that job.
No, you said I have a very low standard, and then you said, but I don't really know him very well.
My entire thesis is I think you have low character.
If you look on screen, you can see that Preston talked about the ComicsGate trademark with Ohio's local dog diddling Cheech. Cheech had asked if the trademark would give the owner the right to strike any video with ComicsGate in the title. You can practically read the excitement radiating off of the answer. Why, yes. A little further in the conversation, Preston said, There will be a reign of terror on YouTube. Cheech then linked a stream of Ethan Van Sciver's and said, "Here's one. 3 hours of claiming to be ComicsGate." Our main subject replied, "You see where this is heading." He went on to say, "I'm glad to see that people are starting to worry about my future deplatforming of ComicsGate YouTubers. Some viewers may find Preston's plan to strike other channels as a legitimate action to protect his trademark. I'd argue that Preston only wants the trademark so that he may strike CG creators off of YouTube. And regardless of if you find it legitimate, Preston himself admits to it being a means of deplatforming, as seen on the screen. He also has inferred that it will be a way of canceling CG creators while simultaneously advocating for cancel culture."
I'm more or less a believer in cancel culture at this point, and the worst is yet to come.
Wow. All right. We got Lex Luthor with us. We got Lex Luthor
You're
with us.
pure evil.
Yeah.
You're
All
pure
right.
evil.
I don't see why cancel culture necessarily makes you pure evil, but fair enough.
Woo. Some of it was certainly future crime. And in the future, Preston is going to use the trademark to...
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. There was a lot of this, I'm not, how dare you accuse me of future crime? I wouldn't do, I'm not planning on doing that. It's all a joke. Yeah. I wouldn't cancel anybody because, and we know that's not true. But, that was pretty much the attitude in his Discord and in a DM group that he was in.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that time Dean told everybody that I was a shitty person because I might deplatform small creators? Yeah. And it's funny because what's actually really funny, and I don't like to bring up like the small people in Preston's circle, except for Skinny, just because he's just funny to make fun of. But like he's got people like Cheyenne, Bean, Skinny, just making them look like absolute fucking idiots. Because he says stuff like this, and oh man, they just believe it. They gobble it down. And he just makes them look so dumb on purpose. Like he thinks they are stupid. And then they prove him right. It's fucking amazing, actually. It's really funny. Like, oh god, like Preston embarrasses them. Like, imagine imagine being like Cheyenne or Skinny and just Preston just
or Larry Holder
thinks that you're a fucking idiot, and then it turns out that you are. Oh man, that shit must be embarrassing. Because
you want to stop sharing that video?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. It has to be. And they buy it all, hook, line, and sinker, right? Everything from we took down all of our videos, and none of them go like look at our channel and go, oh wait, they're all still there. To I'm not really planning on deplatforming anybody, and if I do, it's okay because it's my trademark. Even though I took out the trademark to deplatform people, it's sort of
that's like the funniest. But so if we were to look here, let's.
You want me to share my screen?
I was actually gonna share. Were you gonna share this same thing?
That would be it.
Yeah. So if we like, can you guys see it? And like, here I'll actually make it full screen.
Yeah, get rid of us.
So like, Preston is like lying to these idiots who just believe everything he says. He's making them look like absolute fools, right? He's also like talking in this server. What's the name of the server?
It's Soda and Telepath.
Yeah, Soda.
It's basically a server filled with SJWs. Preston had been publishing his last week in ComicsGate through their site. It's one of those pay to play sites too. So you have to pay them to get on their site, which is a nice little hustle.
Yeah, pay to be gay. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
do you want to
like
read?
Yeah. Like while he's in his server just being like, "Oh, I would never actually do that. I just say that to rile people up." He's like having like villainous monologues in like the Soda and Telepath server about the trademark and what he plans to do with it and how he plans on screwing over ComicsGate, and he's the villain, and like
he's like the Bond villain of ComicsGate. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can just imagine him sitting in the wheelchair with the cat on his lap, just petting it with his big, long, dirty fingernails, like fucking Howard Hughes.
Here's the thing. If you're gonna, I don't know, be like some villainous, like even if you're gonna view yourself as a villainous character or whatever, don't be so dumb that you're doing actual villain monologues anywhere.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. They do not allow, any comics gators into this server. Like you're not welcome. Don't even try, right? They'll suss you out and they will boot your ass because ComicsGate is not allowed here. Yeah. So do you want to read his part and I'll read Score Crazy 69?
Yeah, so Preston starts it off with, they use this nebulous term which means whatever they want to mean, and none of them are ever willing to define. So I decided to force them to define it, be trademarking it myself. Is it just me? Did I read that weird, or does he?
He really does say be instead of by, but
okay.
I'll take it as a typo.
At which point, I set the definition. They understand. I will force them to stop using the term. They have tried everything to stop me. I'm still here. Like, who talks like this?
Well, I love what you're doing from everything I understand so far.
That's like the stupid henchman that just really wants the job.
He doesn't even like rise to the rank of minion. He's still at henchman.
He's using minions. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, all right. 2 days ago, Ethan Van Sciver himself made an official appearance in my case for the CG trademark. So he has now had to step forward and say, I own ComicsGate, it's my trademark. I alone determine who is and isn't CG. Which forces a great deal of clarity. Because all the comic nerds would... Is he going to call anybody a comic? Oh, Jesus. Okay. All the comic nerds would just make up whatever definition they felt like using at the time. CG just means we want quality comics.
But it won't stop them from their crazy beliefs. Even if you win and the term has to be let go, their belief system won't change at all. And they'll just be adrift without the identifier, which is actually kind of helpful.
By trademark powers. Okay. By trademark powers allow me. I guess he's saying my. Sorry, I'm going to repeat. My trademark powers allow me to strike videos from YouTube for claiming that a certain book is ComicsGate. And they understand what a reign of terror that would cause.
Yes, that is true. That
is his evil supervillain power, by the way.
It is, isn't it? That would be a very powerful weapon. It's better than like that laser table in like Golden Dawn. Yeah.
And here we are.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I think what you're doing is great. More power to you.
Thank you. I do my best.
You've got to be a little nuts to invest so much energy, time, and money on this fight. But in the end, if you succeed, you'll be a hero to many. That's for sure.
A little nuts? Well, I
a hero to many.
I recognize that a hate group needs a villain. I was willing to be theirs.
Sorry.
Right.
But that's just fucking crazy. And it goes on too. He says, pocket jacks. I get that you have to use it to get that legal claim, but the fact that you're willing to put it on your comics raises its own set of questions. Surely you understand that it immediately associates your work, everything connected to that movement. Do you put a huge disclaimer in your comic detailing your beliefs on the subject? That you consider them a hate group?
No one seems to notice or care. I've been quite vocal in my opinions about ComicsGate as a hate group. Ethan Van Sciver as the sociopathic leader of a hate movement, and the horrible people who follow him.
Hi, everybody in the chat. Sorry.
It's more or less part of my brand at this point. My brand?
Because it's one thing for ComicsGate people to know they hate you, but it's another thing entirely for people outside of ComicsGate to know what you're doing. I'd never heard of any of this, for example. I may not be the best example, I admit, but what is the greater comic book reading community? Okay, I guess the people who know you would definitely know this, sure. But people who don't, who might be interested in possibly reading your comics, might be scared or turned off by seeing that title icon on your cover.
And that's the beautiful thing about the trademark. If there exists enough confusion in the marketplace that people look at my book and think hate group, and I can document exactly that, then it now provides the next plank of my legal enforcement argument. That is to say, I can now start making estimate for how my brand has been damaged.
That's actually, let's finish this and we'll come back to that. Very interesting, fascinating, I admit. You clearly care more about fighting them than about your own comic brand. That's admirable.
I consider it a fascinating aspect of human psychology and mass marketing.
Yeah.
It's gone down to like one-word responses.
The guy just suddenly realized he's fucking crazy.
Wait a second. This guy's fucking batshit crazy. Look at them. Look at who? Who?
I think he means
I know, but it's like,
yeah.
Like he's standing over a balcony and just like moves his arm out like to all the people underneath him. Look at them. They almost never promote their own work. They instead speak about what they are against. Like he's just like looking down on them. Like, Jesus Christ.
True.
Yep. Still one word response. I do find it sad that people consider the work far second to the guy who made it and his crazy crusade.
Now we get a new person coming in, and his name is Pal. Never thought of it like that. You've obviously put a lot of thought into this. I hope it all works out for you.
Well, it has worked out a bit. A couple of days ago, Ethan Van Sciver made a formal appearance in the trademark case, claiming the market for himself.
Oh, the mark.
Oh, no, he says the market.
Oh, he does say market.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has been operating to use the term as a nebulous shield. What does it even mean? Who is CG? I don't know nothing. Well, I have made him abandon the position. Now he has legally said CG is my personal trademark. I am the owner of it. Things that happen under the name happen under my supervision. All right, and
yeah, it's fucking insanity. And what I really want to follow up on is this part that the whole idea that if there's enough confusion in the marketplace, that people think hate group when they see Preston Poulter's ComicsGate trademark on a book would mean that he could suddenly now decide to sue Ethan for damaging his brand is one of the most batshit insane ideas I've ever heard in my entire life, because he decided to trademark the brand, his quote brand, knowing that, as he says, ComicsGate is a hate group. Now, I'm sorry, you walked into it eyes wide open. There's no legal case there for you to say you've damaged my brand, which was a damaged brand when you decided to claim it.
We have to appreciate Fluster Dog's comment. Preston Poulter equals worst anime villain.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more like one of those like he's like a mix of like I kind of see like the way he talks. It's kind of like Jafar-esque mixed with any random Scooby-Doo villain. Like he's got the smugness of Jafar, but he's got the cunningness of some stupid fucking Scooby-Doo villain. I'd say that's pretty fucking accurate.
I'd say so too. So now that this has happened, I think Robert did a video today. The USPTO has decided to take up Ethan's motion to dismiss Preston Poulter's trademark claim and the case, basically the case against him, now Ethan, once Antonio Malpica. And the only thing that can now be, when they decided to, a few weeks ago, they said, hey, Ethan, we'll go ahead and you have the, you can replace Malpica. Here's a schedule that goes off into next year of all the steps we're going to take to get to the very end of this shit. And Ethan's lawyer said, oh no, we're just going to ask you to dismiss all this based on all of this evidence. And which, once again, like I said, it's fucking vicious. And they decided to take up his motion. Nothing else can be filed in the case. It doesn't have to do directly with that. Who knows when it's going to happen, because it's sort of like at their convenience / discretion. It's whenever they get everybody together, I guess, to sit down. Probably have a Zoom call now because nobody can sit in the same room together anymore, and decide what they're going to do. If I had to bet, and it was a bet that I've been it's something that I've been thinking was going to happen for quite some time. My bet is that Ethan gets it.
Oh, you don't say.
I don't say. And now, of course, everybody in Preston's circle, including Preston, is going to say that it's just because we don't exactly have love for Preston Poulter. And apparently now we are Ethan simps. And all we do is pro Ethan content, even when we criticize and mock him. And so we drink the ComicsGate Kool-Aid, and our opinion doesn't matter, and is invalid.
Meanwhile, these people, some of them are going to watch this stream, Preston's Circle, and they're going to see the fact that Preston has straight up been lying to them, and they're gonna completely ignore it, and then also like somehow defend the thing that he's been completely lying to them about, because that's how just absolutely brain dead these people are.
I think there's a
Vicky.
Yes, I am not hailing, John. I am not hailing. I do not hail. You're not even getting a ribbit out of me for Ethan. I'm sorry. I don't.
Wow, what a bitch. Okay,
I am the cunt of ComicsGate. No, and I've mentioned it before. There's this danger when you surround yourself with the same, you know, 6, 7, 8 people, and they all sit there, and Preston says, and you know, that ComicsGate is somehow united around the things that they don't like. Well, in the beginning, that is kind of true, right? It was lots of, you know, fighting the SJWs, whatever that is really supposed to mean. It was a lot of bullshit about culture war. Yes.
Vicky.
You're gonna make me
But
do
you have
what
to
I
hail
do.
Caesar.
Hail Caesar. Is that close enough?
I
Or do
think
I have
that's
to?
exactly what was asked of you.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. I will do it for money for Dean.
Awesome.
The link is in the
Pay up.
description.
Sorry, Griff. You motherfucker. You fucking pay up.
Hey, now he's gonna give me money. You gotta be nice.
Pay up, fucker.
Yeah. But at the beginning of ComicsGate, that was true. And when we had War Campaign around, battling people, you know, bashing people who didn't follow along this party line, and didn't say everything in ComicsGate was great. It was even more true. But you don't see a whole lot of anti-SJW content. Thank you, Spectre, in ComicsGate anymore. Ethan does the occasional live stream where he talks about stuff. You'll see it, you know, on Twitter sometimes. But despite what Preston says, what I'm actually seeing a lot in ComicsGate is people promoting each other. Most of the
even when nobody's watching.
Even when nobody is watching, even if there is a stream that's got 6 people on the panel and 2 people watching.
Even if afterwards you get the Sinatra flatline or the
right.
Sinatra freefall.
Or the Testify tombstone. Or, you know, the Bancroft.
They still will promote each other. No matter
Bancroft
how harmful it can be. No,
you know, you get the Bancroft bump. I mean, I don't know.
Bump is real and solid.
It's real and solid, and there's lots of people promoting each other all the time. So whatever, you know, it's just you just got to take it what it is. I didn't, you know, I missed a lot of. I actually missed the rabbi stream with Micah and Cider, and I did miss most of Liam's stream today too. Like I said, it was a day, but yeah, I do plan on going back and watching them. What I did watch just was of the rabbi stream was just so cringe that I had difficulty continuing.
I do gotta watch that. Oh, everybody go check out Lorenzo's Twitch and you know, follow it.
I didn't even know Lorenzo had a Twitch.
Me neither. I'm fucking learning things every day. He's now an e-thought, you know, just fucking doing those what type of streams are those?
God, is he doing?
He's a titty tuber.
He doing those hot tub streams.
Jesus, Lorenzo, have some fucking class. At least wear a like, you know, a tighter fucking bikini. I want to see more skin.
So, and then a little follow-up on Martina Markota. Last we saw Martina.
She's still a bitch. All right, well,
last we saw Martina, she was telling me that I didn't know line division.
And she doesn't.
And I do fractions, not. Yeah, I use a calculator because that's what they're there for. Just kidding. But her case, back and forth. They had filed in California federal court for the trademark infringement, and after claiming that she didn't live in New York and didn't live in London and blah blah blah, they finally managed to pin her down to her living in New York. She accepted service out of a New York address. But the judge did dismiss the case based on jurisdiction.
Yeah, because they didn't. I mean, it's not like they
Right. They
stayed
were,
in New York, where
yeah.
New York really has jurisdiction, most likely.
Yeah. A defendant can move to dismiss for lack of personal jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure. The party asserting the existence of jurisdiction bears the burden of establishing it. If the court does not require an evidentiary hearing, a plaintiff need only make a prima facie showing of the jurisdictional facts, which is what she did. She isn't in California, and even though they were hoping that the business for the Indiegogo was done through California, that it would apply, it did not, and the judge dismissed it. I have it on good authority, and this is not, I got my secret sources. This is not a tug source. This is not some bullshit Amber Heard, fucking Johnny Depp, yay. They were doxxed. They were doxxed because they were on a witness list. I can't believe he made that claim. They had a witness list in the Amber Heard case, and her lawyers filed, and he claimed that they doxed everybody on the list. Well, the court kind of required all that information. So I have it on a very good source that they will be filing in New York, even though moving forward in New York is going to cost them another $25,000 or so in legal fees just to refile over there. And there you go. No, and Brad, no, she wasn't always in New York. She was also in England. She fled to England for a while. As a matter of fact, when she decided, she came back right before she started the GoFundMe and started making her rounds through ComicsGate again. She came back from England right about that time. So no, she was not always in New York. Sorry.
I don't know why you
why
you
even
bother
acknowledge
answering
Brad?
the stupid chat. I mean, it's just a bunch of fucking retards. Minus the ones who support us.
I'm surprised
You
Brad
know
came
which
to
ones
visit.
you are.
It's been a while since I've seen Brad.
Yeah.
I think I blocked him on Twitter.
I don't even know who Brad is. I don't care. I think, okay, so before we get, are we gonna talk about that other thing?
The other, oh yes.
Okay, but before we do that, apparently Well Read's now streaming. I don't know, but it, like, I think Well Read has like some idea that like, I mean, at least like maybe I dislike him along with like Stupendous. I tuned into the Nasser stream for like 5-10 minutes, and I saw he had just popped in. He was giving people shit, and so I gave Well Read some shit. He was like, he gave Stupendous shit. He's like, oh well, why aren't you on there with special needs Nasser babysitting him? And I go, Well Red's only here because he couldn't get noticed by Malin on Bancroft's stream.
That was just vicious too. I watched that stream. Like, Malin did Bancroft's stream. Yeah, I mean, not that Malin needed the Bancroft bump, but it's always good to mark it. And Bancroft is really good at highlighting the chat, especially if the chat is saying something positive about whoever his guest is that he's.
This is actually, I'm sorry, I just gotta point out how dumb this is, because I'm saying literally exactly what I said to Well Read.
Yeah.
So that's like completely retarded, Spirit Scar. You're smarter than that.
Far smarter than that.
Be better. But so he started saying that like me and Stupendous were like team trolling, and then like he brought up like I was like what are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, so the whole Discord's against me, and I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I have no idea what he's talking about either, because if he's talking about the Smugs Discord, that's just not true at all.
Yeah. So I don't know. But then like I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not team trolling. I saw you making jokes at people, so I made a joke at you. And then he was like, nice backpedal. And I was like, what? Like, okay. And that's when I tuned out. But it was very bizarre. If anybody talks to Well Read, tell him I was just fucking around. I hope there's no hard feelings. Or don't tell him. Tell him that
Or
I
don't.
fucking hate him. Do that. That's funnier. You fucking do that. Yeah.
Whoever, who, I mean, there is somebody in that Discord server who likes to take screenshots and give them to Testify, and my guess is that Well Read heard it from Testify.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. It was
But,
just fucking
you know,
bizarre.
it
So I
is
was like,
weird.
what are you talking about? And like,
It is weird.
I'm not teaming up with Stu. I saw you in the chat giving him shit and giving other people shit, so I just gave you some shit. Like I thought
That's
you know,
how chats tend to
Yeah.
work. You know, but whatever. Go ahead and share my screen. Dean.
Yeah. No,
Share
no,
my
no.
screen.
Sorry. I just really wanted to highlight this for a minute. A moment of silence for Spirit Scar's final brain cells.
All right.
All right, that's
So,
enough of that.
I ran across this the other day. Actually, last week or so, I saw it originally. This is the cover of a new book, and I know we're gonna get there. I'll show you the whole picture in a minute. That kicked off on Kickstarter. God, that was bad. And it's called Killer Bad, and it's on Kickstarter. I have no idea what the freaking book is about. I don't know. I didn't look at it. It looks like some sort of horror thing, you know, whatever. But what is interesting about this Killer Bad book, are you sharing my screen again? Because I can't see.
No.
All right, share my
There it is.
screen. This is the cover. All right. Now, part of the problem with this cover, and if any of you are old enough, and I'm sure Stu recognizes the art, it is.
Stu, say that you don't. Make her look stupid. Please.
I know Stu does. It is literally traced from this Friday the 13th movie poster. This is originally done by the artist for the original work is by the name of Alex Abel, and he's a pretty famous illustrator. He did this for any of you that may have read this absolutely fabulous book, which I only picked up when I was a teenager at the bookstore because of that cover. So, yeah. And listen, I get the idea of an homage, right? I'm fine with an homage. If you want to go ahead and do one, that's great. But when you look at this cover and then look at this cover, they are identical down to the trees and the leaves and the clouds and the moon. You know, this is not somebody who said, I want to do something that looks like that. You know, doing something that looks an idea, the atmosphere of it, any of it, even just using the silhouette of the dude with the knife. Because if you look, the knife is actually has the exact same blood stain in both, right?
But
That's
there is a reason for this, right?
There is a reason why we're talking about this. I received
Well, let's explain this. It turns out that the original movie poster was this guy's teacher who's now dead. So, you know, it was actually
no,
really
not
nice
this guy. No, that
Oh,
was
not
somebody
this guy?
else.
That was
No.
somebody else? Oh, shit!
Yeah. It wasn't even, yeah, it wasn't even like, you know, I'm honoring something. No, this is literally,
We must go out there, find this guy, and bully him off of social fucking media.
Nah, leave the guy alone.
No, we're gonna do it.
I don't care. And you know what? Go check out the Kickstarter if you really want. Whatever. But I think this is an issue that we're going to have a lot more of going forward just because of digital. It becomes much easier to trace art digitally than doing the old-fashioned way with a light box. And actually having to and drawing things by hand. It just is. And I don't have a problem.
Oh, it's about to get very real in a second.
Yeah, I don't have a huge problem with tracing.
Kill her.
I do. Actually, I take that back. I really do. But and part of the reason is because it's just fucking lazy. We don't need to be, you know, if you're an artist, you shouldn't be tracing stuff. Do your own homage, do your own work in the style of someone else.
And we're about to share it, add to stream. What is this, Vicky?
This is a pinup that Kyle Ritter was commissioned to do for John Malin's Vision 2, which is being included in his Godlike Indiegogo. Vision 1 was the one where he wigged out on the Rags guys for having a chick on a snowmobile because he thought that, oh God, my brain's just farting. The artist that he was working with that he had working in doing a commission for the book works with Tim Lim, and God, he's at freaking the Bell County Comic Con right now. Mark, no, not Mark. Anyway, had done a previous thing for the Rags guys, of a chick, you know, of Rags on a snowmobile. So he thought that he was being ripped off. Well done. Thank you, Matthew Fowler. It's getting late here, and like I said, it's been a long day. And this is what I guess and what is being billed as Kyle Ritter's homage to Frank Frazetta.
Except,
all right, yeah. Here's the original, which is stunning. I love the fact that his women all have like little poochy tummies, and they don't necessarily have big bazonka boobs.
ooh.
I know that might be, you know, it's not exactly fashionable, but I love his art. It's stunning. The thing is, though, it's line for line. Now, Kyle, some of the lines are a little obscured because of Kyle's coloring. He did change the teeth because they're saber-tooth tigers in the Franzetta painting.
Wait, all is forgiven. She's got a great butt. All right.
Yeah, he did use his wife as his model. And his daughter seems really freaking cool too. She's out and about, and you can run into her on Twitter, and at cons and things like that. But everything from the stripes in the tiger's faces to the lines around their eyes to the musculature in the back to her nice little poochy tummy, is literally line for line Franzetta. And Kyle has a real talent for color. Okay, I'm not going to deny that at all. But Kyle doesn't have a real talent for drawing without what appears to be tracing.
Wait. I just got to say something. Amit, the next time you come in here and say something that's just so fucking obvious. I'm gonna fucking ban you. We all fucking know. Don't
We
state
already
the
knew
obvious,
that. We didn't even
motherfucker.
have to go over there. We didn't even have to
Jesus.
see it. And when Starblades came out, there was a lot of talk about how stiff all the figures looked. And this is a program. It's called 3D Trader. That Kyle uses for his 3D models as reference. So this is the model from 3D Trader, and that's the face from Kyle's book. And like I said, I don't have anything against Kyle, really. I think the whole Kyle and Mandy thing was of both their makings.
Wait, Kyle's
I
taste
understand.
in music is garbage, though.
Oh, Risey, ouch.
Thanks for that information.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't have a problem with people using 3D modeling or even other stuff for reference. Reference is fine. I just think it's time. We have to sit there and wonder where we're going to go from here as far as art, because really this is going to become so much more and more common, and I'm seeing a lot more of it. There are some mainstream artists and a couple that are pretty well known for tracing. I mean, everybody's seems to be halfway cool with it, except for those of us that are like, fuck that shit. Right? Oh God, he does. I know, it's horrible.
So does
But there you
Berserk.
go. Yeah, so does Berserk. But I don't know. I guess, and this isn't.
Damn it! You need to fucking cool it.
Stop. Well, quit highlighting it. It makes me feel even worse.
All right.
Yeah, as Velnid said, just eliminate the artists and let the computers do it all. If this is if this is gonna be the result, right? I mean, even the shadow is identical. That's not an homage to anything. That's being lazy. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, there you have it, folks. We had quite a lot of stuff to go over.
So now I've just angered like another half of CG all over again.
Vicky, I was closing out. Don't make me kick you to the back just to close out, okay?
Do you want to? Oh, never mind.
No, Vicky. I'm sorry, guys. She gets excited when we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it wasn't as much as we could have had, but it was a slow week in CG again.
I felt like we just had big topics. That's all.
Yeah.
So, there was Preston and his crazy gay ops.
Yeah.
Very villainous.
Very villainous. Yeah. Dubious. We had, of course, the Kyle thing. Tracing is a sin, people. It's a sin.
All I see is Vicky attacking a deaf guy. Well, at least he won't hear it. All right.
Yeah.
So, that's gonna be it for this stream. Oh wait. I should probably promote that GoFundMe.
You want to play Ray's video?
Oh, we could close out with Ray's video.
Yeah, let me get you the link.
I already got it.
Oh, okay.
I just got to skip the ad. All right. Share video. Wait.
Make sure you click that little check box to share the sound, Dean.
Yeah, I will. Make sure you mind your own fucking business. Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm going to tell you what to do. It's my job. Bye, Brad. It was nice seeing you.
Whenever it comes to GoFundMes and anything that involves money, it's like... But A good friend of mine is in need of some help. My friend Dean is a YouTuber known as DA Talks. He does videos investigating and exposing online personalities. And let's just say he has made a few people pretty unhappy. However, Dean is using this platform and his freedom of speech to provide content to his audience. That freedom is now being threatened thanks to a certain rich boy who has now filed a lawsuit to which he's openly admitted that the only reason is to silence all those who have criticized especially since they can't afford to fight back. So, I decided to do what I can do to help fight back against the abuse of the justice system. Hate someone all you want, but criticism is not a crime. So, if you're watching this and you hate cancel culture, please help with this battle. If you'd like to donate, the link will be in the description of this video. And if you can't donate, please share the link in the description of this video or this video itself. More information on this situation is described in detail on the GoFundMe page. Thanks for watching, guys.
The link is in our description.
Yep. Actually, I kind of want to check it out. What? 400, 600 away from the go. Please, if you can, if you can't donate, it'd just be awesome if you could share it. Bring it up to people. I could use your help. Ultimately, if you decide you don't want to help, you're a shit person. And I never want to see you again.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true. It's
it
not
is
true.
a little
Yeah.
true
Thank you all
and
so much.
untrue all at the same time. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, guys.